Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the September 25th, 2021 episode of the Cybersecurity stream. I played golf today. I had to sign at the desk, and I did have to verify that my name was indeed Neil Bridges for you all tonight. I do indeed have, for those who voted in the poll, a celebratory bourbon for tonight. I've got some awesome news to share, and I had a good day at golf. So raise your glasses. Cheers, everybody. You know how long it's been since I've had a bourbon? It's been at least 2 or 3 months since I've had a bourbon. Woo, that tastes good. That's good. That's good. First bit, well, God, do I do the awesome news first? Or do I go through my intro? Awesome news first or intro? Awesome news first or intro? We're going to do intro. We're going to finish up the intro. I had a really great day at golf. I had an amazing day at golf. Yes, BSEC, I shot under 100. I shot under 100. That's how good of a day at golf it was. It was an awesome, awesome day at golf. Thank you so much for joining me tonight. Welcome to all of our new joiners as well as our regular visitors. Real conversations with real people that is direct from one of our guests right here on the channel. And you can catch us here every Monday, Wednesday, and Saturday starting at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time and Friday morning at 8:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time right here on the Cybersecurity channel on YouTube. We really are here to have real conversations with real people about the state of cybersecurity and really elevate that conversation to a much, much broader audience. Now, we do this because we have a problem in our industry where we don't have real conversations like Zero Trust, like XDR, about the topics that affect our cybersecurity industry, the people in it, or the companies that we protect. And because cybersecurity is an ever-changing landscape, and our goal is to focus on multiple aspects of this industry, you, my friend, not matter. We are here to discuss the industry impacts of the current landscape and the art of the possible with dealing with today's cybersecurity issues. So listen to me. Listen closely. My dear friends, my loyal Narwhal viewers, listen to me. I can't stress this enough. Whether you are an experienced veteran, we welcome you. Share your experience with everybody who's in this community. Whether you are new to the field, soak up all the awesomeness that is the cyber insecurity community. Whether you barely know how to spell cyber, C-Y-B-E-R, just in case you didn't know, or are somebody who was born into cyber, this stream right here is for you. I promise you. We are here for everybody to participate and learn from this community. Speaking of community, make sure you hit that exclamation point Discord to get access to our awesome, meme-tastic, GIF-filled Discord. We do have moderators in chat. I want to personally thank my moderators each and every stream for their dedication. I utterly love my moderators. Mad respect for the moderators. Mad respect for moderators. Listen, moderators have such an important job on this stream, right? Moderators are here to keep chat free of sexist, racist, misogynistic, elitist, otherwise toxic behavior. And I do trust my moderators explicitly, and their decision is final, right? If you're put on a timeout or a ban, you appeal to them, not to me. Which is all the more reason why you should get in Discord so that you can discuss any issues that you may have with the moderators. They are not here, however, to stifle chat. This is the whole reason why we created a non-toxic space for all you cybersecurity professionals out here, right? They are not here to stifle chat. As a matter of fact, moderators are here to make sure that your voices get heard. With that being said, I'll be answering questions on stream. Your questions are incredibly important to us. And when I say us, it's not just me. It's not just Carmen. It's not just the moderators. It's everybody who sees this stream live now and the thousands of people who are going to see this VOD in the next couple days, right? That's how literal important your questions are to all of us. And they are the prime value that comes from our stream being live. Listen. There are people out there who have literally said the reason they tune into this stream is because they can talk to a live person. You don't have to go watch a YouTube video and then have questions about something and then you never get to speak to somebody, or you leave a comment and it never gets answered. We talk to you. We participate in this community. That's what we want to do. However, we only have one rule. One rule on questions. We ask that you only ask your question once. Once. I promise the moderators do see your question and they make sure that we get as many questions answered on our stream as possible together, right? So literally ask them anytime. You can start asking questions now and the moderators literally do their little magic moderator stuff, swoop up the awesome questions, dump them into a super awesome question bucket, and then at appropriate moments in stream, or inappropriate moments in stream, just depends, you'll see a little purple box pop up. Hopefully it's got your question in it. And then I'll see it and I'll be like, oh, that's an awesome question. That's a super cool question. That's the greatest question of the night. Let me answer that question for you. Literally, ask them anytime about any topic, whether it's on stream or top of mind, and we will all do our best to address them. As you can tell, we've moved over to YouTube. Bye-bye, Twitch. Bye-bye. Starting next week, starting October 1st, we'll officially be off of Twitch. No more Twitch whatsoever across any of our streamers, right? So we do broadcast on YouTube for all of our regularly scheduled broadcasts. This is why it's incredibly important. Listen to me. 30% of you still are not subscribers. 25% of you still don't have notifications turned on. Please turn on notifications. Make sure you're paying attention to the reminders when we put them up in the channel. That's how you get notified when our stream goes live. It helps you tune in live when we have awesome guests that are out there. So make sure you do that, right? If you do miss one, you can go over to the video section over on YouTube. You can catch all of our latest VODs as well as any of our cultivated videos. Bottom line is head _socials, get access to those social networks. Whether it's Instagram, whether it's a TikTok, whether it's a LinkedIn, or whether it's YouTube, make sure you do gain access to those socials. We are here for you, the community. We do strive to bring you the most intriguing opinions, points of view, conversations in the cyber industry every single stream. We appreciate all of our subscribers. We appreciate all of our members. Thank you so very much. First and foremost, I want to thank our veterans for their service and sacrifice. Thank you, and thank you to your family. I'd also like to thank our partners in no particular order: Battleship Security, Attack IQ, Elastic, Query.ai, VMware Carbon Black, Net Abstraction, Josh Mason and the Cyber Supply Drop, and of course, At Root Beverages, which I am simulating with my bourbon. Love it. Love it. They provide prizes. Listen. Partners provide prizes and discounts for you, the viewers. They're the reason that we get to do weekly giveaways. They're the reason that we get to do monthly giveaways for INE Premium Passes. They're the reasons why we get to do all this stuff, right? So partners support you, and they want to support your learning, okay? And so my ask of you in return, hit that ! Partners, at them something on social media, let them know you saw them here on the Cyber and Security stream, and you are eternally grateful that they are supporting your career endeavors. Thanks, it's Owen for the membership on Narwhal Prime. Appreciate it. At the end of the day, we ultimately do this for you, the viewers, and none of this would be possible. Zero. None of this would be possible without you. Yes, you. You right there. And so our biggest thanks goes out to you all. We have been, and we will continue to deliver you content as long as we can. Any and all proceeds earned on this stream do go directly to improving the quality of the content and the giveaways. Cyber Lola, I prefer Twitch, but we'll follow Cyber and Security here. We all prefer Twitch. Twitch has got a lot more years in this streaming business than YouTube does. You know what it is. It sucks. Hot tub stream meta. Hate raids. Amazon. Awesome. Awesome. All right. So there's the intro. Let's talk about the schedule for tonight. Obviously, this is our monthly resume LinkedIn review session. We did these previously in previous streams in previous months. You know, there's we've got this habit where every month we were doing resume reviews for a while, right? It was very kind of intermittent. We decided to actually turn that into a stream thing and actually dedicate once a month to doing resume reviews. And so that's what this month is, or that's what today is of the month, is our monthly resume review stream. Here's how resume reviews work. We've got a spreadsheet that has all the scoring for resumes and LinkedIn's. Okay. Real quick, very, very important note on resume and LinkedIn reviews. There is a playlist on YouTube that everybody should watch or at least have favorited, right? It is the Ultimate Career playlist over on YouTube. Now, what that has in it is that has 2 resume review videos and I think 2 LinkedIn review videos, one of those 2. Everything that we're going to cover tonight and everything that was put onto the spreadsheet for grading has come from those videos. When you see the success stories on LinkedIn, those success stories come from those videos and from the grading spreadsheet that Doc Jade, I want to give huge credit to Doc Jade for putting that spreadsheet together. Doc Jade's done an amazing job in supporting us with that spreadsheet, and so I'm super grateful to him for that. That spreadsheet that we use to grade your resume, look at the Ultimate Career playlist that is on YouTube. That's your classwork. That's your schoolwork, right? That's what you should be looking at for schoolwork. Take that schoolwork, apply it to your resume, apply it to your LinkedIn, submit your LinkedIn, submit your resumes, and then we will review them and grade them live on stream using our spreadsheet based on the same criteria that we put in the videos. Now, there are 2 ways to get your resume reviewed. 2 ways. Carmen, I didn't realize I could see that Dyson behind me. That's my bad. I was trying to hide the Dyson. That's my bad. Ignore the Dyson back here. It gets a little hot in the studio. Now, there are 2 ways to get your resume reviewed. The first is if you are a Narwhal Prime member, you can dump it into the resume review channel, and every month we will pick up those resumes and we will review them live on stream. The second is there is a personalized resume review option where I will literally sit down, dedicate some time, type up some edits to your resume, and give you a very personalized interaction. That is the basic mentorship that is over on the membership tier. We've had several people take advantage of that. I encourage those folks, if they got value out of it, to share that value with folks in the stream. But there are 2 ways that you can get your resume reviewed. The third way that you can get your resume reviewed, if you're super, aggressive in your career, you can go over to the membership pages and see that. But I know that this is a different way that we're doing it, but we're trying to keep it, we're trying to bring some structure to how we do the resume reviews. Awesome. Okay, so that's that. All right, let's start with some awesome news. All right, I've been holding off on you on the awesome news. The awesome news is that I almost birdied 4 holes today, and then I screwed up the putts. That's not the awesome news, but that's one of the awesome news, right? That's one of the awesome newses. Okay, I postponed long enough. The super, super awesome news that I'm super excited about, and I literally just got confirmation from the marketing manager this afternoon that we were all cleared, we're all good to go, right? You've heard me mention the U.S. Cyber Games. We've talked about the U.S. Cyber Games for a while, and so if you go over, if you're not familiar with it, you can go over to uscybergames.com. What I'm super excited for is if you come up here to sponsors, and you look at their 2021 sponsors and partners, and you kind of scroll on down here, you can see who the founding partners are. You can see that one of their founding sponsors is TikTok. They've got Leidos and Hack the Box on here, Florida Tech, lots of good companies here that are supporting the U.S. Cyber Games, right? Including Synac, which we've had Ryan Rutan from Synac on the stream before as well. We've got government partners to include the National Security Agency as well as CISA. You can tell I'm building up to this, right? If we keep going down, obviously the platform partners are the U.S. Cyber Range, right? Who's providing all the background for U.S. Cyber Games. And then we get down here to media partners. Oh, and look at this. We've got the CyberWire, which is an awesome, fantastic news outlet. We've got UDA and CTO Vision, which is, again, another fantastic media outlet. ITSP, which does a ton, right? A ton of podcasts and things like that from some of your favorite podcasters. We got our good friend Jerry down here with Simply Cyber. And boom, baby, official media partner of the U.S. Cyber Games. Super stoked about this. Super stoked about our official partner status, right? Super grateful to be supporting the U.S. Cyber Games. I was super excited, super grateful to Jessica when she called and asked us to be part of this. You know, we think it's awesome that they're putting together a legit, you know, U.S. focused cyber team to go international and compete internationally to represent the U.S. in terms of all things cybersecurity, both from a red team side and a blue team side. I can't begin to tell you how humbled I am to be on, you know, this list of awesome, you know, media organizations to be an official media partner for the U.S. Cyber Games. So make sure you do go to uscybergames.com. Do show some support for them, both on their website as well as on their socials. You know, that's one of those achievements that I couldn't do without you all, the community. And so I thank you all so very much, you know, for helping get us there. We are an official media partner. This is our first true like media partnership where we're, you know, considered a key media outlet for things like the U.S. Cyber Games. And so I'm super stoked to be part of that. So wanted to share that joy with y'all. That literally came in probably about 2.5, 3 hours ago, that everything had gone as planned, and that we had landed that partnership. So super stoked for that one. Do you want to play a cyber game? That's cute. I like that. All right, cool. So let's see what we got here. So, all right, let's hop into this. We've got about 8 resumes and 8 LinkedIns that we're going to try to go through. Here's what I'll tell you. As we go through these, if you're interested in having yours done on the spot right now, there's still time to do it. If you go sign up for the membership, link your Discord with your YouTube membership, and you know, drop your resume into that channel. We will pull them out and we will do our best to get them through. Let's see what we got here. All right. So first on the list, I'm literally going to go from top to bottom. I'll ask one of my mods, as I go through these, if you can delete them from the resume review chat as I go through them. That way we know that we have gotten them accomplished for this monthly review. So the first one on the list is Brandon. Let's see if we can find Brandon's resume here. Awesome. Got Brandon's resume here. We're going to pull it up in here in just a second. We're going to see if we need to redact any personal information. I do ask that when you submit your resumes, you do redact as much information as possible so that we don't have, you know, any accidental disclosure issues on stream. This one does appear to be redacted. So Brandon, get ready. We're going to... when you go into submit, go into the resume review channel in Discord. So you do got to be in Discord. You do have to be a Narwhal Prime member. Do drop your resume and your LinkedIn in the resume review channel. There's a channel dedicated for it. That's the best place to drop your resumes and your LinkedIns to have them reviewed. All right, Brandon, here we go. Just so that you can see, we have your resume up and we have our resume grading criteria up here as well. All right, here we go. Let's see what we got here. Yes, you can just do LinkedIn and not resume. Absolutely. 100% it's Owen. All right. So let's look at this professional summary first. IT professional with military combat experience and a deep passion for cybersecurity. Experience with a wide variety of security engineering and network technology, seeking to leverage my professional and personal experiences in a cyber engineering role. Okay, not too bad. 3 bullets, or 3 sentences, short and sweet. We'll leave that one be for now. Let's scroll on down here a little bit. Let's see what you got for skills. Okay, data security, critical thinking skills, deductive reasoning skills, organization and time management, customer service, Fortinet, NSA 1, 2, and 3 certified. Okay, so generally speaking, so again, like I always talk about, I'm not a fan of these skills type of dumps like what you have here, right? Whenever I see skills dumps like this feels like you're just trying to throw some stuff on a piece of paper that you're hoping gets picked up by either like one of those automated keyword systems or something like that. And I'm not a fan of building resumes that do keyword dumps to try to violate those systems. I'll teach you a trick here in a little bit to kind of help you with that. But I think that this is a huge no-no on this one right here. This is what we're talking about here in this skill section. This is a huge no-no for me right here, okay? Work history, okay, you're emerging tech engineer. Interesting that you're using the word emerging. We may get to that here in a little bit. It's for Zscaler. So when you do something like this, I actually am not a fan of this, right? I wouldn't say contracted from Centricom. I would actually strike through this. If I hit duplicate, is this gonna like close this down? Fuck off. Whoops. Can't mark this as read only. That's fine. I would actually strike through this. I would delete this whole part right here. I would call yourself an emerging tech engineer for Zscaler. I would leave the contracted piece out of that. I don't think that that's required in your resume. I don't think that that benefits you. As a matter of fact, I think saying something like that actually hurts you a little bit. And so I would actually remove that from your work history. All right, let's talk about your bullets. Your bullets suck. Remember, Neil has 3 rules for bullets. Neil has 3 rules for bullets. Listen up. Listen up when we're talking about bullets. Okay? Bullets follow 3 pieces of advice. What? So what? Now what? Let me say that again. Clip it if you need to. Clip it if you need to. The three rules for bullet creation. So what? Excuse me. Try that again. The 3 rules for bullet creation is what, so what, now what. Okay? So when you look at this bullet, this is your what. Supported 3 of the top 100 customers. Okay? That was what you did. What is the so what? Who cares? How'd you support them? What did you do to support them? Did you hold their hand as you walked across the street with them? I mean, how did you support them? Right? There's got to be more there. When you say supported, right, this is a recruiter or this is a hiring manager that is looking at this resume and is trying to see what value you bring. And they're looking at this bullet and they say, supported 3 of the top 100 customers. Okay, it's impressive that it's 3 of the top 100. Is it the top 3? Is it the bottom 3? Is it a smattering of the 3? Right? When we talk about bullets, listen, when we talk about bullets, make bullets matter. When you say 3 of the top 100, right? If it's a smattering of the 3 across the 100, your bullet is going to be messed up. But if you're in the top 3, if you're in the top 100 of your customers and you've got 100,000, call that support the top 1% of our entire customer base, right? See how much flashier that sounds when you say supported the top 1% of the entire Zscaler customer base? Supported the top 1% of a $4 billion customer base by providing tier 1 engineering support for emerging technologies. Boom. There's your so what. Just like that. Right? You've got to put some more oomph in these bullets. Okay? That's why this bullet is bad. Manage pack file changes, activations, revisions daily. Who's going to know what a pack file is other than the hiring manager, a recruiter, and whatnot of the recruiting team? Surely will not know what a pack file is. Provided daily URL categorization for appropriate network classifications. This bullet is horrible. Oh my God, this bullet. Brandon, don't take it personally. This is how we're going today, okay? This is how we're going today, Brandon. I promise, don't take it personally. This is how we roll down here, okay? This is a great potential bullet here, right? This bullet could be freaking awesome. This could be your best cybersecurity bullet that you have on your resume, right? Evaluated 10,000 potentially malicious URLs for threat relevancy against threat intelligence databases, categorized based on latest threat modeling, and secured through network classification 10,000 organizations. Right? That bullet could be so much better. Handled roughly 10 calls per 10-hour shift to address customer inquiries and concerns. Look, you get points. You get plus 5 DKP. You get plus 5 DKP for having numbers, but you get minus 50 DKP for the sucky bullet that's surrounding it, right? I don't know whether 10 calls per hour is good or bad. Does that make you one of their best or one of their worst? Right? Does it make it one of the best or one of the worst? Right? This is, nobody knows whether this is a good number or bad. So you handle 1 call per hour. Okay, well, what does that 1 call per hour save or make for the company, right? You need to start thinking about what is the value that the person that is hiring you is going to get out of your ability to do 10 calls per hour. And then you need to rework that bullet to say that as well, right? All right, let's move on down here a little bit. Network operations technician. Again, same here. Monitored over 100 customers for up-down reboots. Like that you have numbers, but you have 0 impact. All your bullets are basically what bullets? What did you do? You're missing the so what. All your bullets are missing so what, right? Analyze network device events for Splunk. Again, this is a missed opportunity from a cybersecurity. But listen to me. Most of you who want to come into cybersecurity and are doing traditional IT or network jobs have bullets like this, where you analyze network device events using Splunk. But you're missing an opportunity to expand this bullet out and talk about how this makes you the most qualified Splunk person that the hiring manager has looked at. Right? This is what you're missing from that bullet, right? Is this bullet could make you qualified to sit on a SOC today. You could have a SOC analyst role on an IR team today with this bullet alone if it was written the right way. Okay? This bullet could do so much more for you. How many events? How big was the Splunk instance? When you found a security issue, what did you do with it? Right? How many security issues did you find as you were analyzing network and device events inside of Splunk? Okay? Lots of missed opportunity in a bullet like this. Love that you got the military experience in here. Thank you so very much for your service and sacrifice in the United States Army. You can tell that you took these from your performance reports. Don't blame you. I did the same as well. Supervise more than 250,000 high-value equipment, maintain 0 loss. See, again, I know that you took this from, in the Air Force, we call it an EPR, and enlisted performance report. An OPR would be an officer performance report, right? You've got the what, you've got the so what, and you've got the now what, right? That's why this bullet is so strong, is because you took these probably from your EPRs and your OPRs, right? Your bullets need to look more like this. You got your education down here, you got your security clearance. Listen, Your security clearance might be valid to 2023 unless you're actively pursuing a job where you can utilize your security clearance. This is wasted white space here. Wasted white space here. All right, let's go. So that's your rip a little bit. Let's go over here to our resume review metrics and see what we got here. Experience, 20% on the experience. You've got a good amount of experience here. You list it pretty thoroughly. You fail on the bullet side. I'm gonna go with good on the experience. I like the experience you've got. The experience you have is good experience, right? To get into cybersecurity, I like the experience that you have. Top-notch experience, right? No word soup. Okay, you fail on the no word soup, right? When we talk about word soup, this is what we're talking about with word soup, where you just dump words into a skills bucket trying to defeat some automated system. This is poo-poo on this. Neil hates this. See this? Neil doesn't want this. Neil doesn't want more of this whatsoever. You're getting an unsat on the word soup, right? Let's look at your length. Don't be dirty. You're at 2 pages. I think for what you've got here, I think your 2 pages is average. I think that looks pretty good, right? Relevant summary. IT professional, military combat experience, deep professional cybersecurity experience. All right. On your professional summary, I like that you put IT professional with military combat experience. If you're trying to get into cybersecurity, I would actually call this a cyber professional, right? I think you have enough stuff here where I would actually drop the IT professional and I would just jump right into calling yourself a cyber professional with military experience. I wouldn't necessarily say combat experience. I would say you have leadership experience, right? You have leadership experience. Your military experience is not in combat. Listen, nobody is like searching for resumes that says, does anybody in my resume pool have combat experience? Listen, we're going to hire you, and I may need you to take this gun and go guard the front desk. People aren't looking for combat experience. What they are looking for is leadership experience, right? And so instead of saying IT professional with military combat experience, how about we say IT military professional with vast leadership experience, right? See how much better that sounds? Leadership experience. Take out the passion. Nobody gives 2 poops, let alone 1 poop, about your passion for cybersecurity. You are a cyber professional. It says so in your resume. You are a cyber professional, right? Right? You have experience in cybersecurity, right? You just haven't documented it well enough. That's part of the problem, right? You haven't documented your cyber experience well enough. That's what I put in your resume. Because here, you say that you're experienced with a wide variety of security technologies. Well, if you're experienced with the technologies, you are clearly experienced in security, Brandon. Right? So here on your professional summary, we're going to give it an adequate on your professional summary. I think it could be wordsmith just a little bit better. And 3 rules for bullets. I want to give you an unsat. You get the adequate because you have the what, but you're missing the so what and you're missing the now what. Brandon, you got a 48. You got a 48 on your resume, sir. 48 on your resume. Let's hop on over to your LinkedIn. Whoops. Wrong place. Let's try that again. All right, Brandon. So, similarly, over on the LinkedIn side, we have our LinkedIn metrics here. Chris, pipe down. Nobody asked you for your opinion. All right. All right, Brandon. Let's see what we got here. All right. Let's go down here from the top. Profile picture. Boom. Easiest 10 points you'll ever get right there. You look like a handsome young man. Like that you got a suit and a tie on. Love it. Love that smile. Keep rocking it. Easiest 10% you'll ever get there for profile picture. Let's look at your professional banner. Boom. You got your cybersecurity banner here with your nice little fancy stolen Google Graphics lock. Don't care. Professional banner. Easiest 10% you'll ever get right there. Boom. Easy 10%. Love it. All right, cool. Social media links. Devnol's in. Thank you so very much for the super chat, Devnol. I love it. I love it, Devnol. I don't see any social media links here, Brandon. Now, social media is always rough. You may only have a LinkedIn. Listen, here's what I'm gonna do on social media links, right? You have none. I'm not gonna say that you must have a Twitter, but portfolios are becoming more and more valuable, right? Try Hack Me portfolios. Hack the Box portfolios, GitHubs, right? Things like that are becoming more and more key in helping your LinkedIn progress, right? And so I do think that you should have some other things for social media, however you classify that. And so I'm going to give you an adequate, because I'm going to make the assumption that perhaps you don't have other social media. But if you do, you are missing your social media links up in here. Let's try to get that fixed, okay? All right, let's look at your content. When we're looking at content, right? When we're looking at content, actually, we're going to skip content for a second. We're going to go to elevator pitch. I need to, Doc Jade, make a note to ourselves. We need to flip-flop 5 and 6. Let's do the elevator pitch first. Cybersec Mom, Caves. Cybersec Mom, I'm so glad to see you. I know it's early morning there in India. I wanted to come in close and say, I always appreciate seeing you in chat. Hope you're doing well over there on your side of the world. Thank you so very much for the super chat. All right, when we talk about the elevator pitch, right? Remember, elevator pitch is equivalent to your SEO or your search engine optimization, right? And so we want our elevator pitch to really identify what we want to be known for. That's the biggest thing about elevator pitch. So let's look at your elevator pitch here real quick, Brandon. Your elevator pitch is basically your title for your first job, right? There's nothing here, right? This doesn't scream, right? So what you're telling me here is that, like, if I'm a recruiter and I'm like, I need to be looking for a tech engineer, I'm looking for Brandon. If I'm not looking for a SOC analyst, Brandon's not my person. If I'm not looking for a pen tester, Brandon's not my person, right? If I'm not looking for a security professional, Brandon's not my person, right? Your elevator pitch here has got to speak to the roles that you're trying to get to. This needs to be, listen, the way I equate elevator pitch is you are sitting in an elevator with a hiring manager, with somebody who's going to get you a job, right? What do you say to them? Who are you as a person that they're going to want to hire you? If you say, hey, look, oh, you're a hiring manager for Apple? I'm an emerging tech engineer. And they're like, I have no idea what it is you do. I have no idea what it is job that you're looking for. I couldn't even begin to tell you whether I want to hire you or not. That's what you have to be thinking about when you're thinking about these elevator pitches. This needs to be better. And again, I'll use my good buddy Gerald Auger for this, right? Actually, we'll pick on somebody in the community. Where's Braden's? Not Brandon. Braden, right? Braden is one of my basic mentees, right? He gets a personalized LinkedIn and resume review every month, right? Look at this. He wants to be known as an ethical hacker. His achievements include being in the top 1% of Try Hack Me. He is a content creator. He's a cyber blogger, and he's a veteran. If he was in an elevator with a hiring manager, and I was like, hey, Braden, I'm a hiring manager for Apple. What's your deal? And he's like, oh, I'm an ethical hacker. I'm in the top 1% of Try Hack Me. I also produce my content via various YouTube videos, and I also do a cyber blogger. And by the way, I'm a United States veteran. I'd be like, thank you for your service. Let's have a conversation. I'd love to offer you a job, right? You have to think about that elevator pitch like that, right? That's how you have to think about your elevator pitch, right? This one doesn't do it justice, right? So here for elevator pitch, you're getting an unsat on your elevator pitch. All right, let's look at your content. When we look at our content, right? When we look at content, we're looking at a combination of what's in your about page as well as your activity. Let's start with seeing all your activity, right? What we're looking for on content and activity is how engaged are you with the community, right? So here you've got a comment. Nice. Nice. I like that. Offering help. See, that works good. We've got a like. You've got a reply to a comment. Awesome. I love that. You've got an original post here. Everybody knows original post. Love original post, right? Love original post. Got a like. We've got a comment. We've got a like. We've got a comment. I love it. We've got more comments. Okay, good. You talk. Let's check out your post. Okay, so we've got some originating posts. The newest one was from a week ago. You shared Gary's post. Looks like you shared this one. Looks like I love this. I love that you commented on this one. Okay, so you have some original content. Not bad. All right. On the content side, we're gonna give you an average on content. It's not bad. It's not bad, right? Here's what I'd love to see. Here under post, let's see some more self-generated posts. Similar to what Gary's done here, where he's created an article in LinkedIn. Let's get some more articles going. I'd love to see some more of this. This is huge, okay? Let's see some more of that. Okay? All right. Let's look at no aspiring. You don't really have. Let's see what you got down here. You got a deep passion for cybersecurity. So you basically stole this from your resume. So low effort. You get a thumbs down on this one. Low effort. And it's short and sweet. So you fail on the short and sweet. When we talk about no short and sweet, this is short and sweet. This is too short for an about section. Listen, the hardest thing for people to realize about about sections is this is their part. This is where they have to brag. This is where they have to brag. Okay? You need to be okay bragging about yourself in the about section. When you're short and sweet like this, you don't leave the recruiter anything to be like, oh my God, I want to talk to this person, right? So on the short and sweet, you're getting an unsat on that. On the aspiring, you're getting an average on the aspiring because you have a deep passion for cybersecurity, right? That's still one of those questionable words. Let's go down here to your effort, your work experience. When we talk about effort and work experience, I want to see a lot of effort in your work experience. I don't just want to see that you have a job and dates. So let's see what you got here for work experience. Boom. Okay, you've got the jobs here. See, look, you do it here. You do Zscaler here. I want to see that Zscaler logo on your resume. You pull over your job descriptions from your resume. I don't fundamentally have a problem with this, but because your bullets sucked on your resume, your bullets suck here. Fix your bullets on your resume. Make sure those bullets carry over in on your LinkedIn. But you have put effort into your experience, and so we're going to put good effort here on your experience in that. Let's head on down to your education. Boom, we've got our colleges, licenses and certifications. We got them here. We're going to give you a superior for this, but let's make sure if we're doing try hack me's, if we're doing hack the boxes, we're doing things like that, make sure that those are reflective in our licenses and certifications, okay? We'll give you a superior because I don't know, it's on your own integrity as to whether that's all of them or not. But literally, listen, if you go attend Worldwide Hacking Fest and you get a certificate of completion, it should be in that list. Let me say that again with a close-up. If you complete a course, if you complete and get a certificate of completion, if you do a try hack me, if you do a hack the box, it better be in that certifications and training part on LinkedIn. It better be. That counts. Okay? That counts in licenses and certifications. Okay? All right, last thing. Oops, sorry. Gave you that one. Let's check your recommendations. Boom. You've given a recommendation. You have not received any recommendations. Brandon?
Sorry, could you say that again? Sorry, I'm having trouble hearing you.
That's okay, Siri. You don't want to hear this. That's okay, Siri. You don't want to hear this. Brandon, you have got some experience in some fantastic places. You were a team leader for the U.S. Army, right? A network ops technician, and you're working at Zscaler. You're telling me that in 3, 4, almost 5 years, 5 years in the professional space, that there is nobody in this world that would write you a recommendation. You're telling me that. Think about that. There's nobody in this community that you've interacted with that would write you a recommendation. Come on. I know that I know you can find a recommendation. You get an unsat on recommendations, right? Right? 60%, you got a D, you didn't get an F. Congratulations. Good job on that one. We'll go ahead and clear out our rubrics here. While I clear out rubrics and pull up the next resume in LinkedIn. Here, Brandon, don't feel bad. The first ones are always rough because we have to explain why every section is important. Everyone will go further now that we've gotten through one. This happens every stream where the first one always gets the worst roast. Please don't feel bad about it. Anybody who's been on this stream for a while will tell you the first one always gets it the worst. The first one always gets it the worst. I'll ask Carmen to see if there's any questions while I pull up the next resume. All right. Aren't skills, abilities just fluff? Listen, hold on. Let's talk about that for a second, right? If you're worried about fluff, you're not thinking about your audience. Let me say that again. If you're thinking like fluff, you're not thinking about your audience, right? Remember, recruiters use the talent piece of LinkedIn to search for candidates, right? Remember, you want to get to a point where recruiters are reaching out to you, asking you if you want a job. And so to do that, you have to treat this like a search engine. And so you have to put those skills, those abilities, those talents, you have to put those certifications and those trainings, you have to put all of that on LinkedIn, and it's got to look like your personal digital portfolio, because recruiters, hiring managers are searching LinkedIn for that content. And then they're saying, do I want to see if I want to have a conversation with this person? Remember, if we're gonna have gatekeeping in the industry, you have to think about how do you hack the gatekeepers, right? And that's what we're talking about here. You're putting this stuff in here to hack the gatekeepers. That's what you're trying to do, right? And so is it fluff? Maybe, but if it gets you past a gate and to a hiring manager or to an interview, which side of that gate do you want to be on? Think about that for a second. Somebody clip that. We'll share that later. But is it fluff? Maybe. But what side of the gate do you want to be on? The side where you're trying to look for a job and you can't find one? Or the side where recruiters are reaching out to you and asking you if you want a job? Just saying. All right. Ready to move on to the next. Can we pay Neil for career advice off stream? Yes, that is what the basic mentorship and the Cyber Protege membership tiers are on YouTube. If you go and use those two membership tiers, those are two membership tiers where you can get a personalized resume review and you can get one-on-one mentoring sessions. When I do resume reviews for my one-on-ones, we literally sit down for an hour and we will essentially write your resume together. If any of my interns are in chat, if Callie is in chat or if Angry Amoeba is in chat, I've done both of those types of resume sessions with them as part of the internship program. So it's basically something I did for the interns that we've turned over and said the rest of the community could benefit from this, and this is how we make that happen. Right? This is how we make that happen. Yes, thank you very much, Brandon. I appreciate you for acknowledging that. That was one of the advantages that we had by moving over to YouTube, is that we could customize the membership tiers and be able to bring more value to you all for tuning into the stream. So appreciate everybody who supports us through the membership tiers. I promise you we'll continue to look to add value as much as possible. All right, let's move on to the next one. Let's try to crush through these a little bit faster. As you can see, we have reset our resume rubrics. We've reset our LinkedIn rubrics. I'm going to butcher your name, so I'm not even going to try to say it. But let's look at your resume here, okay? Different format. I actually fundamentally don't have a problem with people using different formats. Here's where you may be challenged. A lot of companies still use like Teleo or Workday to bring resumes into their onboarding and hiring manager process, right? And so as a result of that, resumes like this may not transfer over, okay? And so if you're going to do a fancy resume like this, I would make sure that you have a Word document version of it for when you have to import it into those systems, because this may not translate. But fundamentally, I don't have a problem with this format, okay? Education profile. Now, I noticed from your LinkedIn, that you are in India. So I'm going to give you my opinion, and I know that it may be different in India from the norm, okay? I know that education is hugely important in India, but I am not a fan of this. I understand why you did it, but I'm not a fan of this, especially when you talk about having these public schools and these high schools completely and totally useless. Totally useless, especially graduated percentages, useless. Totally useless. GPAs in college, useless, right? Especially here in the States, completely useless. Not a fan. Not a fan of that. Candidate profile. Persistent detail-oriented cybersecurity analyst, proficient in vulnerability assessment, penetration testing, and cyber forensics. I like this candidate profile. This is awesome here. Certifications. I like that you list your certifications. I wouldn't call this a word vomit yet, but I like that you list certifications. Relevant experience. You're a cybersecurity consultant. Like this. Created SSO junctions. Again, be careful with the analogies, right? Be careful with the analogies. SSO. I know that means single sign-on, but not a lot of people know this. Remember, think about your target audience. Think about the recruiting and the hiring managers who are going to be looking at this, right? Handled level 2 IAM support for over 200,000 users. I like that you have numbers here. This makes it very impactful. Whoops. It's not gonna let me write. Oh no, here we go. It's because I'm looking at the wrong one. Oh, it's not gonna let me write anything. Oh, nope. Maybe. Can I draw lines? Will you let me draw lines? Awesome, fantastic. I draw lines. Oh my God, go away. All right. So this here, you have some good-ish bullets, right? I guess I won't be marking up your resume. You have some good-ish bullets, right? You have numbers. I am a huge fan of numbers in resumes, so I like this. This shows good impact, right? So you have what? You have a little bit of so what. right? Because you talk about scope with 200,000 users. You talk about scope with 150 applications. You're getting closer. So you have good what, you have good so what, you're missing the now what, right? When we talk about now what, handled level 2 IAM support for over 200,000 users, resulting in 0 IT audit findings, resulting in 0 cybersecurity incidents, resulting in identified 50 potential high-risk username and password combinations that could potentially lead to a major cybersecurity breach. That's the now what that comes out of this. So you've got 2/3 of the bullet. We've got your contact information again on here. And then you've got some skills dumps on here, and it's 1 page. All right, so let's hop on over here to your resume, your experience. This one piece of experience, I think, could be expanded out, right? You've got a good job here that you've had for almost 2 years, and you have 4 bullets. Let me say that again. You've been at the company for 2 years. You've been at the company for 2 years, and you have 4 bullets. Unsat on that, right? I think it's adequate. I'm gonna give you adequate, right? Because you do have some good experience, but I don't think that you encompass it for being at that company for 2 years. No word soup. Unsat, right? When we talk about word soup, right? We're talking about what you've got down here at the bottom. Uh-oh, there we go. Right? You've got word soup. Not a fan of word soup. Make that go away. Length. I think your length is good. I'm going to give you a good, and here's why. With this format that you have, while it's very aesthetic, you lose real estate, which is why you probably only crammed 4 bullets into here, is because you've got a ton of wasted real estate all over here, right? I would reorganize this to gain you some more real estate. Look at this. You've got this tiny little box. Your experience is so tiny. You've got this tiny little box, and you're trying to say you're awesome, but you've just got a tiny little box. Make that box big. Make the box big. Put some awesome experience in there, right? That's the problem that I have with this, right? When we look at this from a length perspective, this format detracts real estate that you could use to make those bullets awesome, right? So we're going to give you a good on the length. Your summary is awesome. I do like your summary up here, right? I think your summary, your candidate profile here, this is awesome, right? Best part of your resume is your candidate profile. And then 3 rules for bullets. We said you got 2/3 of them. We're going to give you a good on that because you got the what. You got close with the so what. Work on your now what. 64%. 64% on your resume. Good job. Let's hop on over here to your LinkedIn. Let's switch over to our LinkedIn metrics. All right, profile picture right off the bat. Boom, let's see what we got here. Profile picture looking pretty good, looking pretty snazzy. Flashing the bling bling on the watch you watch. Loving it. You look pretty good. I'd bring that head up and let's look at the camera a little bit, but I don't mind the little GQ thing you got going on. We'll give you a superior on this one. Professional banner. Boom, we got it. Love the professional banner. You got superior on the professional banner. Easiest 20% you'll get right there. Easiest 20% you got right there. Right? Easiest 20%. Love it. Social media links. Again, just like I said before, you're devoid of any social media links before, right? Refuse to believe that you don't have if you don't have a Twitter, you don't have a TryHack, you don't have a Hack the Box, I'm going to give you an unsat for the social media links. You don't have any social media links on there, right? All right, let's look at your elevator pitch next. Boom, vulnerability assessment, penetration testing, identity and access management, Python, secure code review, incident handling, cyber forensic, and Azure security. Love it. You got a lot of skills up in there. You're definitely working that elevator pitch. I could see myself being in an elevator with you where you're like, oh, right, what do you do? Oh, I'm all these things. Like, holy cow. Holy cow. You do a lot of stuff. I love it. That looks really, really good. We're going to give you your elevator pitch. We're going to give a good. Here's what's missing from your elevator pitch. Here's what I would challenge you with to see you go from a good elevator pitch to a superior elevator pitch, right? Here's that one checkbox. Put some braggy stuff in there, right? What have you done, right? When you look at Braden's, right? Top 1% of Try Hack Me. When you look at mine, I talk about, like, if you look at my LinkedIn, my LinkedIn talks about as seen on TV. I'm very, very proud of the fact that I've been on TV more than most cybersecurity professionals out there, right? One of the few cybersecurity professionals that regularly gets asked to be on TV. And so I'm very, very proud of that. I put that in there. That's the difference that I would say between a good and superior on this elevator pitch is let's put something that says, I'm awesome. Let's put that on there, okay? All right, let's check out your content next. Ooh, this sucks. You have 0. Okay, we got a like. I thought it was good. It took a while. You got a like here. You got a like here. You got a like here. It was a week ago. You got a like here. It was a day ago. We got a like here 2 days ago. We got a like. We got a like. Low effort. Low effort. Low effort. When you like stuff, but you don't comment, I call that very low effort. Let's check your original post. 5 months ago was your last post, and it was that you attended an event. And then it was 3 years before that that you attended an event. Articles, nothing. Okay. So on the content piece, you're getting a very, very unsat on the content. Not happy with your content. Let's see some more effort put into that content. Comment on post. Comment on post. Post some original stuff. You got this. All right. Short and sweet. This sucks. There's your short and sweet. Unsat on the short and sweet. No short and sweet. Listen, again, with your about, you need to sit down and you need to spend some time and you need to imagine what your biggest fan. All of you have fans out there. It might be your wife. It might be your mom, and that's okay. But you need to think about your biggest fan, and you need to think about what your biggest fans would say about you. That's what you need to be putting in the about section. Right? That's what you need to be putting in the about section. Low effort. You get an unsat on content. You get an unsat on short and sweet. Let's check out the effort and experience. All right, so again, copy over from the resume. I fundamentally don't have a problem with that. Your resume sucks, so these bullets are going to suck too. Would love to see that. We're going to give you the average effort on experience, okay? Recommendations and certs in education. We have our education listed here. We have our licenses and certs. We've got EC Council. All right, cool. We got one more down here. EC Council, cool. All right. So you've got licenses and certs. I don't know whether this is all of them. We'll go on integrity, but we'll give you the superior on the education and certs because you do have it listed here. Let's go down. Let's look for recommendations. No recommendations. Again, you need to try to get those recommendations in there, either from somebody in the community, from somebody you've worked with. You get an unsat recommendation. 52% on your LinkedIn. Make sure you clip that. That's where we know. Switch over here while I clear off the rubric and bring up the next one and see if there's any questions that came up for answering. All right. While this is going on, I'm also going to run a poll. I'd like to hear from the community if you find this valuable. Whoops. I totally just asked the community something stupid. Let's try that again. Please let me know if you find this valuable. That way we know. Wow. Not sure what just happened there. All right, we're learning quickly about YouTube polls. All right, there we go. We got that poll running now. Let's try that one. All right, there's that poll. Do you find this valuable? Yes or no? Please let me know if you find this review valuable. Do you see any value in LinkedIn learning modules? Absolutely. I see value in any training that you can put on your LinkedIn, free or otherwise, right? Listen, go to Attack IQ, hit ! Attack IQ in chat, okay? Go take the free purple teaming, MITRE attack, intro to breach and attack simulation. 3 courses that you could take today on Attack IQ. Put those in your LinkedIn. One, it shows you experience with the Attack IQ platform. It shows you experience in breach and attack simulation. It'll get you knowledge in MITRE, and it'll get you knowledge in purple teaming. 4 things and definitive badges and certifications that you could put on your LinkedIn. Absolutely see value. Listen, remember, we're trying to hack the system. We're trying to hack the system. And so to hack the system, we have to think about all the ways that recruiters are using the LinkedIn platform to look for candidates. Remember, the goal of this is to be where the recruiters are looking for candidates and to be able to game their system so they can find you. And so absolutely do this. Thank you, Oscar, for the $5 super chat. And he asked in the super chat, are there diminishing returns on certs and accolades on a resume? There is, but it's a longer roadmap on certs and accolades. And it depends on whether you're going into certain management tiers or not. I wouldn't say it's a hard diminishing return date, but I would say, yes is the short answer to that. Yes is the short answer to that. All right. How often are these LinkedIn resume reviews going to be monthly? If you're talking about these, the public ones, this happens every month. These happen every month, right? If you're talking about the ones that are in the membership tier, the membership tiers also happen every month. Pretty much every month. I'm trying to pull up the next one so that we can get to the next resume in LinkedIn quickly. This will be the last question as I've got the next one pulled up now. Awesome. Okay. Do you recommend from people you do the free work? You did free work for count. Yes, you should. Do recommendations from people you did free work for count. Yeah, you should do recommendation. You should get recommendations from anybody, right? Anybody who's willing to recommend you, you should absolutely get recommendations. It doesn't matter the work that you did from. It doesn't matter whether it's pro bono. Doesn't matter whether it's volunteer work. Doesn't matter any of that stuff. You should absolutely get any recommendation you can, right? I think DevNull did a fantastic job of actually going out to the community and asking for recommendations from people in the community that he has helped or that have worked with him on something. So, literally it's anything. I saw Stun say my mom recommends me. I wouldn't discount that. All right. Let's check the results of this poll. I appreciate everybody responding to the poll. Thank you to the 2% that said no, this wasn't valuable. Please provide me with feedback. Please go into Discord. Please go into the content suggestions page. The 2% of you, listen, I'm dead serious on this. The 2% of you that said that this wasn't valuable, please go into the content suggestions and let me know why so I can improve. You didn't think I was going to say that, did you? You thought I was going to tell you to go pound sand. I want to know how we can make this better. Please go into Discord and let me know how to make this better. All right, moving on to Antonio for his resume review. Make sure you're listening, Antonio. Your resume is up next. Let's go. Resume rubrics are up. All right, let's see what we got here. Experienced IT support professional with an exceptional reputation to analyze, prioritize, troubleshoot, eliminate critical issues as effectively as possible. I like this bullet right off the bat. Listen, words that stick out on this. Exceptional reputation. I like that. That's good. Critical issues as effectively as possible. I like that too. Highly self-motivated, dedicated, committed to the job, and a willingness to grow, adapt, and take on new challenges. I like that. I'm currently working... Okay. Damn. 2/3, Antonio, 2/3. I'm currently working to transition to cybersecurity through platforms like TryHackMe, Hack the Box, attending online courses, and practicing on virtual labs with Cali so I can go for OSCP. 2/3 of this bullet were awesome. 2/3 of this bullet were awesome. You lost me on the last one. I'm going to go ahead and grade this bullet here on relevant summary. I'm going to give you good because 2/3 of this bullet were awesome. This last bullet is horrible. If you can make this last bullet the same awesomeness of these two, that's awesome. This last bullet sucks. Drop this last bullet out. We got skills listed here. Automatically, instant fail, instant unsat on the skills dump here on the right-hand side. Word soup, unsat on the word soup. Don't do word soups. I hate the word soups. Terrible on the word soups. Let's look at your experience. Technical support engineer. Okay, 4 years here, not bad. Okay. All right, so you got what in your bullets? You're missing the so what, you're missing the now what. So you got 1/3 of the bullet, right? You're missing that impactual piece, right? Just because I saw Umair say it, what is a word soup? This right here that you see on the right is a word soup, where somebody takes something like skills and they dump a whole bunch of words in there that literally mean nothing. And let me say that again. Let me say it with a close-up. It means nothing. Okay? I don't care what the recruiters tell you. It means nothing. If you have experience, if you have experience in Nmap, Antonio, like you say here, where is it in your resume that you have experience with Nmap? It should be, if you say you have skills in Nmap, I want to see a bullet somewhere that shows that you use Nmap, right? So if you're talking about in here, right? You talk about OS patching, right? You're using Nmap. I better see utilized software technologies such as Nmap to scan network assets and look for vulnerabilities. See how much more impactful that bullet is than dumping it into a skills dump on the right-hand side. Skills dumps are low effort. They take up useless space on a resume, and you could do so much more with that information than dumping it into a skills dump on your resume. And furthermore, why do you have Windows Server 2008 to 2019 on there? Why do you have Exchange 2010 to 2019 on there? Why is that important? You know why that's important? It isn't. It isn't important. Hold on. Putting operating systems on your resume is useless. 2 thumbs down. Useless. Right? Why would you put that on there? Nobody cares. Why did you put TCP/IP on your skills section? You know why? Because you're hoping that somebody's ATS picks it up and gets you through the gatekeeping. Terrible. Terrible. Right? Don't do it. Don't do it. All right. That's what word soup is, and that's why it's bad. Okay? Certifications, I don't mind this in certifications. Not a terrible thing. Education and courses, don't have a problem with this. All right. So fundamentally, let's go back over here. Let's get in. Let's look at your experience, right? Your experience. So So we said that you got 1/3 on your bullets. You got some good bullets here. You've got some good experience. So you started IT service delivery in 2012. So 2012 to present makes you 9 years. 9 years in the industry. That's not bad. So you've got some good experience. We're going to call you good experience, right? Your length, I think your length is actually really, really good given your experience, but you're missing on the bullets, right? We're going to give you an adequate on the bullet because you've got the what. You're missing the so what and the now what. So 64% on your resume. Let's hop over to your LinkedIn. Let's do your LinkedIn now. Boom. Easy 10%. Professional picture. You're looking sharp. Loving the facial hair. Trust me, you're going to want to acknowledge reality at some point in time. It's really okay. Professional picture looks good. Professional banner looks good. Boom. Easy 20% right there. You're missing the social media links. You're getting an unsat there on that one. I don't see any social media links here on this one. Let's check your elevator pitch next. Avid cybersecurity technologist. I like that. Junior penetration tester. I like that. Top 3% on Try Hack Me. Love that. And you got some certs listed there. Not a fan, but I get it. I like it. Like it. Your elevator pitch is getting a good. I like it. Let's check your content next. Let's check your activity first. All right, we got to celebrate here. We got a like here. We got a comment. That's good. I like comments. Nice job. I love this. We got a like. We got to celebrate. We got to celebrate. High five my boy Gerald in his book. Super proud of him and Jax and John Helmus for that. Got a like. Got a comment. Well done. Okay, so not bad, not terrible, right? Let's head back up here to the top. Let's check out any originally generated post. Okay, got a share. I don't mind this. That's another share. Okay, not terrible. Not terrible on the content side. We're gonna go with average on the content. Let's see some more sourced content from yourself, right? Think about generating your own post with your own thoughts or your own articles, right? Let's look at your about section. Okay, so again, we see this comment. What have we seen? We've seen you stole from basically your resume, right? We see you steal from your resume. And while 2/3 of this was awesome, right? I see that you left out the aspiring part on this one, but you're not bragging about yourself enough in here, right? So we're gonna give you an adequate on the no short and sweet. You've got 2 awesome bullets, but then you stop it right there. You need more there on your about section, right? You pulled over your 2 awesome bullets, but you're leaving a whole lot of hanging stuff unaccounted for here, okay? So let's go down here to your experience. Okay, good. You put effort in your experience. This gets a thumbs up. I like effort and experience. When we talk about effort and experience, we see that you're taking just as much time to fill out your experiences here as you did on your resume. Like this a lot. This is a plus. Good job on this. The bullet rule still applies, but on the lengthwise, on the effort and experience, you get a superior, my friend. You get a superior on effort and experience because we can go all the way back to December 2001 and see that you put effort into your experience. Good job on that. Let's look at recommendations and education. So at education, licenses and certifications, we got them listed here. Boom. Love it. You got a ton here. This looks really good. That's a super easy superior right there on the education certs. Let's look for recommendations. Boom. You've received 4 recommendations. I love it.
Sorry, could you say that again?
You know what, Siri? I will say that again. Boom. You got 4 recommendations. I love it. It looks really, really good. Good job on that one. 70% on the LinkedIns. Good job, Antonio. Good job on that one. We'll clear this out. We'll set up for the next one. We'll see if there is another question, if the mods want to push one while I clear this out. Can you give examples of now what? I think the best example of a now what is, you provided something for some hundreds of users, right? And then as a result of what you did for those hundreds of users, it decreased downtime by XXX, right? Or it increased efficiency by XXX. Or it resulted in 4 identified previously unidentified vulnerabilities that you found, right? That's the now what. What happened next as a result of what it was that you did, right? The what is, I protected 200,000 computers by, I protected 200,000 computers by installing antivirus on them, therefore reducing the overall attack surface by 57%, right? That's the now what. All right. I got the next one up. We'll go ahead and do the next one. We're going to do base case. This is Casey. Casey, we're going to do your resume next. Here we go. All right. We've got everything cleared out. Cool. We're on resume. Awesome. Let's see what we got here. Casey, base case. All right. Career summary. Casey is a learning-driven IT professional with an emphasis on cybersecurity who has experience managing IT teams on projects. Nice. This sounds pretty good. Received national visibility for a major telecoms provider. Led teams. National visibility. Use national visibility twice. Let's cut down on some of those words just a little bit. Sure for new telecom. This bullet here. This reads more like a bullet that should be an experience and not a career summary. If you want this bullet here, let's make this bullet more holistic that fits better into a career summary. But putting it here feels very, very out of place. Overall, not a bad career summary. I'll give you a good on the career summary here. Education, WGU, experience. All right, let's move down here to experience. 2019, project manager, selection employee project teams that work national CAF program, led programs, customers, national visitor. Okay, we're doing the what's. We're doing the what's. Extensive OSP fiber engineering knowledge and experience. AutoCAD, creative templates. Okay. So when we look at the bullets, when we look at these bullets here, right? You have what done, but you're still missing the umph in your bullets, right? Microsoft Office 365 Suite, O365 admin, create groups and teams, SharePoint. You have DLP, right? You have DLP, which is a very, very common cybersecurity technology, but yet you're devoid of the cybersecurity impact that this could have on your organization, right? So if you're trying to break into cybersecurity, you have to learn to take IT technologies like this and spin them into cybersecurity bullets. And that's what you're missing here with this one, right? Similar here with BYOD. BYOD could easily be a cybersecurity technology that you're not capitalizing on in your resume. Okay. So let's look here at your experience. We're going to call it adequate. I think you're missing on the experience. 3 rules for bullet. We're going to call you adequate because you got what, but you're missing so what on the bullet. Okay. You're missing the what, so what, and the now what. Whoopsie. Let's go back over this way. More experience, digging it, certifications, got down here. I would drop off these no expiries here and this in progress. These right here, I drop off. Completely useless on a resume, right? These two SAN certs have expired long ago, and I still put them on my resume. Who cares? It's not like the knowledge is gone, right? Oh, shoot. My GSEC is expired. I don't remember any of my baseline IT or security fundamentals, do I? What's TCP/IP again? Right? The knowledge isn't gone. Don't put the expiries on there. Don't put the in progress on there. Drop that stuff off altogether. Okay. Looks like we've got some word soup over here, computer languages and tools. You're doing the word soup. You've got projects, which I like, and you've got an additional. This additional, I would group the additional that you have here. I would group this down into certifications. I'd call this certifications and training. Whoopsie. This is why I hate looking at resumes and PDF viewers. Right? I would group projects and additional together, and I would pull both of these up together. Generally, I don't have a problem with these, right? But let's make those bullets a little bit stronger. I would explode this out and say, utilize skills in Nessus, MITRE, Yara, sysinternal, sysmon, OS query, and Splunk, right? Things like that. So it's still a little too word soupy. You kind of lose it here. Also, if you're trying to get a role in cybersecurity, pull these up to the front of your resume. Don't make anybody read, because look, here's what happens, right? This is all your cybersecurity stuff right here that you're trying to draw attention to. But your work experience, right, is as a project manager, right, or an IT specialist in a telco. Take the education, move the education to the back of the line, pull all the cybersecurity stuff up to the front of the resume. So that's the first thing recruiters and hiring managers see, right? So from an ordering perspective. All right, you get an unsat on word soup. Length, I think your length is average. 48% on your resume. Let's head on over to your LinkedIn. Profile picture, professional banner. Boom. Looking pretty snazzy. Looking pretty good. Not too bad. I'd drop the tree background, but overall, you get a superior for the profile picture. On the professional banner, boom, looking pretty good. Securitybaseline.com. Nice. Let's take a look at this. Let's see what securitybaseline.com. Is that the right one? Securitybaseline.com. Securitybaseline.com is. Nice. Liking it. You got some articles written here. Oh, okay, cool. Awesome. Look at, oh, and you got some write-ups. 2 thumbs up. 2 thumbs up. See what I did there? That's very much what some of the hiring managers and recruiters will do right there. Boom, right? Oh, we've got a website. Let's go to the website. Let's look and see what's there, right? So just for that alone, I'm not going to ding you for not having a Twitter or a GitHub or anything else like that. You do have something like that going on here. So I do like that. We're going to give you professional banner with social media links. Boom, just like that. Cybersec Mom, thank you so very much again for the super chat. Truly do appreciate it. Do appreciate it as always. Base case, I can't begin to tell you how happy that makes me. All right, let's look at your content. I'm so happy that that's included. Actually, let's look at elevator pitch first, right? Elevator pitch first. IT professional, cybersecurity, information security specialist, like it, project manager, top 2% of Try Hack Me. Built a small business IT from the ground up. Like that. Like that a lot. That looks really, really good on you. So the elevator pitch, definitely getting a good on the elevator pitch. I think the difference between this and a good, I'd probably drop off the IT professional. I might actually take this and I would actually, instead of saying built a small IT, successful entrepreneur. Successful entrepreneur. right? That's what I would do. Successful entrepreneur. That's the difference between good and excellent that I'd give you right there. All right, let's move on down. Let's check your activity. Commented on this. Got to like, got to like, got to celebrate, got to support, reply. Gotcha. Got a comment. Good. I like it. Got some comments going. Okay, good. So we see a good amount of comments. We see a good amount of likes. Digging it. Any original post? 2 days ago. Nice. I like this. 2 days ago. 4 days ago. Nice. I like this. You got 73 comments on this. Good. Nicely done on this. Like this. Like this. Good. So you're producing original content here in the post section. How about articles? Okay, no articles. Very low effort, high return, right? You write articles over here on your page. It doesn't hurt you to do a small synopsis here in the article section and then to say, oh, by the way, you can go read the full article over on my blog at securitybaseline.com. Easy peasy. Easy peasy. Very low effort. Gets you some good SEO right inside of LinkedIn and sends people over to your blog post. I like it a lot. So good job on that content. Let's check this. Good. Not bad. Not bad. All right. Let's come over here. On your content piece, we're going to give you a good on the content. I like what you've done on the content. No short and sweet. You get a good. You're not short and sweet. You're not overly braggy. I'd want to see, like, this is really your only super braggy part. I'd like to see this broken out, maybe a little bit more bulleted, maybe a little bit more like marketing-esque. I think that's the difference between a good and an excellent. You've got two good paragraphs here. Let's bring a little bit more extensibility. If we're going to talk about this, if you want a good example of this, I'll go over to my buddy Gerald's page. I like how he does things on his page. Right? When we talk about, you know, a little bit of that about section, right? Whoopsie. Clicked on the wrong thing. Right? See how he breaks it up, makes the bullets very nice and concise, does some bragging stuff on here. It looks very clean and crisp. That's the difference between good and excellent, right? That's the difference between good and excellent, right? You're at good. If we want to get superior, let's break these up. Let's make them a little bit more punchy. But overall, this is pretty good here. I like it. All right, let's look at our effort and experience. Boom. Love it. Looking good. Like it. Looks good. All right, good. So you put the same effort and experience. You put in your resume. My bullet comment still maintains the same. Let's make sure your bullets match up over here. But just in terms of putting the effort in, looks good. You get a superior on this one. I like it. Looks really good. All right, education. You got them. Certs. So for those of you who are wondering, listen. This is a man who's done it right here. This is exactly what I'm talking about. He put try hack me achievements, right? Try hack me achievements are listed in licenses and certifications. For those of you who are like, Neil, that's not a license or certification. Who cares? LinkedIn allows you to game the system. Game the system. Put your try hack me stuff in there. Put your try hack me stuff in there. It's that easy. Thank you so much, Casey, for demonstrating this. Love this. This looks awesome. Love CDI&E Cloud Fundamentals. This looks good. CompTIA. You get a superior on this one. Good job, base case. Good job on the education and certs. Let's check your recommendations. Oh! 0 on the recommendations. Now, I'm going to drop you in on a stat there. Not bad. Not bad. 76%. Good job, base case. Very good job all the way around. Very, Example, folks, of a very, very solid LinkedIn there. Good job. All right. I'll reset all the rubrics. Let's see what we can do here. See if there's any questions that the mods want to push. Is it okay if we have our links under our contact info? It's okay, but it's not immediately visible. Remember, when I go to the page, right? If I immediately go to the page, the first thing I see is that banner, right? When you say, do I put it under contact info? I don't want to click this because I don't want there to be anything here for contact for Casey, just in case from a personal information perspective. But you're asking a hiring manager or a recruiter to click on contact information as a secondary step. They looked at your LinkedIn page. You want them to look at that banner. You want them to see your socials right there. That way they don't have to click anything else. Is it okay? Yes, it's okay. But the difference between average, good, and superior is, can I look at that banner? Can I see that there's some content there that I can immediately start to consume so I can understand the profile, right? So is it okay? It is okay, but it's the difference between average, good, and superior as to where that shows up. Who is next on the list? Cybersec Mom, thank you so much for the super chat, as always. Third super chat of the night. Love it. I love your support of the stream. Thank you so very much. I love the little stickers that you choose. The stickers that you choose are awesome. You keep talking about social links and LinkedIn posts. My question is, how important are those at the end of the day? I don't have any social media. Do I need to get on the train? Brandon. This is my serious face look for a second here. This is my serious face look. Listen, I know that we've all tried to be conditioned as cybersecurity folks that social media is bad. That may have been the case 10 years ago, right? We may have been like, you know, hey, OPSEC this, OPSEC that, social media is so bad, Facebook is for losers, go away. The reality of the matter is, social media is here to stay, right? And look, you all are trying to be hackers, right? Red side, blue side, risk and governance, doesn't matter. You're trying to be hackers in some way, shape, or form, right? We want to be in cybersecurity, right? Hackers are kind of central to our culture. But you're so afraid of using the systems that are in place to get you a job. Social media is a tool in the toolbox. Social media, let me say that again. Social media is a tool in the toolbox. If you're choosing not to use the tool in the toolbox, why? Do you think that mechanics choose not to use a wrench because they'd rather use their bare hands? No, it is a tool in the toolbox. So if you're constantly making a choice not to use a tool in your toolbox, do you have a real reason to do so? There's nothing that says that you can't be on social media and use it to your advantage. And that's what I'm trying to teach you. I'm trying to teach you how to use social media to hack the recruiters, to hack the hiring managers, and to hack the system so you can get your dream job. If you don't want to be on social media, don't be on social media. Your peers, listen to me, your peers are on social media. Your peers are on Twitter engaging with the community. Your peers are talking to the people who are eventually going to be hiring them. Your peers are on Try Hack Me. Your peers are on Hack the Box. Your peers are dropping stuff in GitHub. when you're in the interview process and you're against your peers, where would you want to be on that spectrum? Do you want to be above that or below that? And so you need to figure that out when you make a decision like this, okay? Because you might think that you're saying, well, I'm not on social media, I'm up here. When in reality, if all your peers are up here because they're out in industry, because they're out on social media, because they're being social, and you're down here in your mom's basement as a basement dwelling orc, go look at that short that I did on YouTube, right? If you're down here, you might quickly find yourself that you've got 10 years, you've got a 10-year-old mentality that hasn't kept up with today's times. Is there an optimal length to a resume, and what is it? No, there is not an optimal length. The optimal length is it too short for the amount of experience you've got, meaning that you don't capitalize on your real estate to talk about all of your experience, or is it too long and somebody gets bored reading it? Right? Does somebody get bored reading it? The next one I'm going to do doesn't have a resume. It's a LinkedIn only. I'm going to do Nitronic Deer's LinkedIn. How do you get your profile reviewed on stream? You have to be a Narwhal Prime member. Go over to the membership page, hit join Narwhal Prime. There's a constant Discord channel called the Resume Review Channel. You drop your LinkedIn, you drop your resume, you drop one or both in there, and every month we will pick from that list and we will go through and we will review them live on stream every month. This happens every month. All right, we're going to do Nitronic Deers next. All right, buddy, Nitronic Deer, glad to see you. Always huge, like I love seeing Nitronic Deer in chat. Huge support of the stream and my local GRC cheerleader. Glad to see you as always. Let's do it. Boom, profile picture. Looking sharp, Nitronic Deer. Look at those serious eyes, captivating. Boom, we got a good, awesome banner. Love it. Profile picture, professional banner. Look, I got no problem with this being all wordy, right? Listen, Nitronic Deer is passionate about GRC. That dude is passionate about GRC. This just continues to exemplify how passionate he is about GRC, and I love it. Glad to see it. Missing the socials. No socials on here. Let's get them some of those socials up there, Nitronic Deer. We're going to give you an adequate, right? I know you got some socials out there. Let's get those socials up there. Boom. Let's go to elevator pitch next. Someone said El Jefe of Cybersecurity Compliance. I love it. That's funny. Cybersecurity IT Compliance Risk Manager. Boom. Look, I love this. This is cute. This is original. This is unique. Again, it's an elevator pitch, right? Hey, Durst, right? What are you all about? Hey, Neil, I am the El Jefe of Cybersecurity Compliance. I'm like, okay, let's have a conversation. Let's see where you're at on that spectrum, right? Cybersecurity, IT Security Compliance Risk Manager. Love it. Looking pretty good. I'm going to give you a good, because while this is braggy, right? Let's get a little something else braggy up in there, right? What makes you the El Jefe of Cybersecurity Compliance? Now, that may be a little harder for you than some of your technical brethren, but let's get a little bit more oomph in there on this one, right? I love that you put in here the talks about. Good job on this one. Talks about, and you got a bunch of hashtags in there. I like that. That looks pretty good. All right, let's move down to your content. Let's see what we got here for content, right? Boom, let's check your activity. Come on. All right. We got a like. We got an original post. Look at that. You give some kudos out. Woo! Love that you give kudos out on LinkedIn. Not enough people do this, and I'm so glad to see that you do this. Good job. We got a comment here. Thanks for posting this. We got a like. We got a like. We got a comment. We got a like. We got another like. Got a like. Come on, show me another comment. Show me another comment. Ah, we got a like. We got a lot of likes. We didn't have a whole lot of comments. Let's see about some original posts. Boom, we got original here. Nice. We got an original here from a week ago. Got a week ago, top 10. We got 2 weeks ago. Like this. This looks good. Okay. You've got some good content, but you're sporadic. Listen, the key to the content is its frequency and its value, right? Gary Vaynerchuk will tell you, choose quantity over quality, right? He's like, choose 6 posts a day, post 6 times a day. One of them's going to go viral, right? I think that there's a balance, especially in cybersecurity, between quantity and quality. I don't see you having that value. I like what you've done. I'm going to give you a good on the content, but I think you could do more. Do you got any articles? I think you could do better. Let's see that. Let's see that a little bit more. Let's get some more original content. Let's make it more consistent. Let's post it. Listen, hold on real quick. Durst, if you are the El Jefe of cybersecurity risk management, you need some op-ed pieces. Why are there no articles where you are criticizing failures of risk management? Why are there no posts as you talk about what's happening in the risk management world? If you're the El Jefe, listen, now this is persona management. Listen to me right now, all of you, right? Listen to me right now, all of you. If you're trying to be better than your peers and you're trying to lean forward and you're going to call yourself the El Jefe of something, you need to be leading the way in your content. Your content is going to reflect whether you're leading the way in that, right? Whether you've got articles or posts on that, okay? So I think on your content, I think you're good. And I like that you call yourself El Jefe, right, of cybersecurity compliance, but you're missing the content pieces to back up that El Jefe moniker. Let's get some of that content out there. No aspiring, definitely get the superior on this one. No short and sweet. Let's check your about section. Oh, come on, El Jefe. Short and sweet. Unsat on the short and sweet. You lost me on the short and sweet here. Come on. You got to brag about yourself. Again, you're calling yourself the El Jefe of cybersecurity compliance. I better expect this about section to be awesome. This about section needs to be awesome. Unsat on the short and sweet. All right, let's look at your experience. So again, everybody take a look at this. Everybody take a look at this. Look at this experience, right? When we look at some of these other people that have put effort into their experience, Durst, unfortunately, you have not put any effort into your experience, right? Can everybody see the difference there between putting effort in your experience and not putting effort into your experience? That's the difference there, okay? That's the difference. We're going to get unsat. We're going to give you an adequate, right? Because you put your experience on there. You have one, and remove this, right? But you have not satisfactorily put your effort into experience, right? All right, let's look at recommendations and education inserts. Education, boom, you got it. Licenses, boom, you got it. Recommendations, boom, you've received some recommendations and you've given some out. Digging it. Easy as that. Dersh, you got a C. 76%. Nitronic Deer with the 76% on the LinkedIn. What do we got here on time? We're at 10 of. Let's see. Do I have anybody else? Do I have anybody else who is a LinkedIn only? Do I have anybody else who is a LinkedIn only? I do. I have It's Owen. It's Owen looks like he's a LinkedIn only. We're going to do one more LinkedIn only. Stand by as I rope this in. To pull in. This one came in live on stream. We have time for one more LinkedIn only. We're going to do one more LinkedIn only. Awesome, fantastic. All right. Did we clear out our rubric for LinkedIn? Let's clear out our rubric for LinkedIn. All right, it's Owen. It's time to do your LinkedIn. Clearing out the rubric. All right, awesome. We can see the rubric's cleared out. All right, Owen. We got you. Awesome. Just checking, double checking, make sure everything looks good. All right, awesome. Yep, we're in check. We're on point. Everything's going. Awesome, fantastic. All right, it's Owen. Let's see what we got here. Boom, professional looking picture. Look at that snazzy mug, looking pretty good. And a professional banner. Digging it. No social media links. We're going to give you an unsat on the social media links. No social media links. Cool. Let's check your elevator pitch. Like, you got a lot here. Aspiring. Oh! Hiring managers aren't searching for aspiring cybersecurity professionals. Hiring managers and recruiters and everybody else, they're not looking for aspiring cybersecurity professionals. That is why we have a dedicated line item called No Aspiring, because that is the killer word of resumes and LinkedIn's. Nobody is searching for aspiring cybersecurity. You know what people see when they see aspiring? They see you have zero experience. And when they look at that and they say, oh, you're aspiring, you have zero experience, we're done with you. That is how quickly your LinkedIn profile will get dismissed because of one word. Right? That's how quickly. I just saw somebody in chat. What do you recommend? You are a cybersecurity specialist. Listen, all of you who are listening to me right now or listening on the VOD, all of you are cybersecurity specialists, right? If you've taken a course, if you've done Try Hack Me, if you've done Hack the Box, if you have secured a system in some way, shape, or fashion, right? You are a cybersecurity specialist. Listen, don't let having an official job title stop you from thinking that you're a cybersecurity specialist. Don't let a job title stop you from thinking that you're a penetration tester, right? If you're doing bug bounties on HackerOne, you are a penetration tester, right? So own it and call yourself a cybersecurity specialist, right? Analytical skills, teamwork and communication, program management, project management, quality assurance, safety risk assessment specialist, active DoD security clearance. Okay, so you've got a lot of good buzzwords in there. You're going to get an unsat. You're going to get an unsat for having no aspiring. On your elevator pitch, I'm going to give you an adequate because you have aspiring in there. You have cybersecurity. You're missing kind of that like part of it. Let's try to get a little bit more. Let's try to get a little bit more in part of that. Okay. But otherwise not too terrible. All right. Let's look at your content. Check your activity. All right. We got to love. We got to like. We got to like. We got to like. We got to like. You liked a comment. You liked. You see a trend here? You liked. You liked. Come on. You got a lot of likes here. You got any original post? Okay. 4 days ago. Congratulations, by the way. 6 days ago. 1 week ago. 2 weeks ago. Okay. So when we talk about content, it is a combination of your interaction in the community and your original content that you generated here. You're failing on the interaction with community side, and you're okay on your self-originated content. Obviously, you probably don't have any articles. We can talk about that later. But on your content, we're going to give you an adequate. I'd love to see more interaction with your peers in the community, and I'd love to see some more self-generated content on a more frequent basis. Let's look at your about section. Over you were Senator Navy. Thank you for your service and sacrifice. Okay. The about section is not the time to say that you're seeking internship opportunity. Listen, here's the thing. When you say I'm seeking an internship opportunity, you're basically saying no to anybody who's willing to give you a full-time opportunity for whatever reason. Right? You're saying no to a full-time opportunity because you're just looking for an internship opportunity, right? Set the bar higher. Brag about yourself. Listen, you spent 7 years. You spent 7 years in the Navy. If you're 7 years in the Navy, you're at least a non-commissioned officer, right? Or you're a mid-level officer, right? Lieutenant, captain, maybe a major, whatever that is on the Navy side, right? You've got a lot of things to brag about, right? You need to be bragging about that stuff up in here, Owen. Right? You need to be bragging about that stuff up in here. This isn't about you saying, so it's E5, right? So you're a non-commissioned officer, right? You're a leader. And so you need to be bragging about that leadership position up in your about section. You've done some awesome things. How many sailors have you led throughout your career? How many times have you sat on boards? How many times have you reviewed EPRs or OPRs or whatever they are in the Navy equivalent, right? How many decorations do you have? I'm sure you got a commendation medal. I'm sure you got an achievement medal, whatever that stuff is. You've got a ton that you should be putting in that about section that, again, think chest thumping, right? Matthew McConaughey. Oh. Say it with me. Oh, right? You need to be thumping that chest in your about section, right? You need to be thumping that chest in that about section, right? This is not the place to say that you're actively seeking an internship opportunity through SkillBridge in the cybersecurity industry. Not the place for that. Not the place for that, right? Recruiters don't care about that, right? Hey, when you say this, you're encouraging a recruiter to say, oh, I can get them real cheap. I can lowball them with an offer real cheap like. That's what you're saying when you say that. And you're not about that life. You spent 7 years in the military. You deserve to get paid for your service to this country. Okay? All right. Sorry, small rant there. So short and sweet, we're gonna give you an adequate on short and sweet. I think there's a lot of work here that you need to do in this about section right here, right? All right, let's look at effort and experience. Good, spend time in the Navy. Boom. Okay, you put effort in the experience. Again, that's how easy it is to put effort in the experience, right? That's how easy it is, right? We can get into the meat and potatoes of that later, but your effort and experience looks pretty good, right? Licenses look good. Boom. You got some licenses in here. You've got no education, which is fine if you don't have education. If you don't have education, I'll give you the benefit of the doubt and say superior. But I know for the Air Force, there was community college of the Air Force. That's where my degrees are. So I'll leave it to your integrity if you're missing something on here, but put some education on there if you've got it. But I'll leave it to your integrity and assume that you don't have any education, which I'm not here to judge you on. But let's put something in there if there is something in there. Let's look for recommendations. So again, you spent 8 years in the or 7 years in the service. After 7 years, there's got to be some commander, there's got to be some officer that has led you somewhere that'll write you a recommendation. There's got to be somebody in the community that you're working with, right? And try hack me. Hang out in sub chat, right? Hang out in sub chat. Hang out in the study group rooms, right? Somebody that you're going to interact with in the community will write you a recommendation. And again, if you're leaving the military, listen to me, Owen. If you're leaving the military, having somebody from the community, having somebody from your leadership write you a recommendation means more than you think. Okay? 58% on your LinkedIn, Owen. Not too terrible. Thank you again for your service and sacrifice to this country. I'm super excited to see you leave the military and join us over here on the cybersecurity side and the working side. Thank you so very much. All right, everybody. Listen, it's always hard to get through these. We've gotten through these as much as we can. Here's what I'm going to say right now. Just looking at the channel. Delete Stuns and Roses. Stuns and Roses just got his. He's a basic mentor, mentee. He just got his done a couple weeks ago. Nice try, Stuns and Roses. You can wait till next month to get yours done. Same with Zergel. You just got yours done, Daniel. You can wait till October to get yours done. Josh Mason, don't even put yours in there. Delete your fucking shit right out of there. Whoops. Forgot who I was talking to. I'm going to have to bleep that. We'll have to bleep that one out. Whoopsie. I just got yelled at in my ear for that one. Delete yours out of there as well. Everybody else, we'll leave those in there. We'll look forward to doing yours in October. You can see we started at the top of the list. We'll try to crush through those as quickly as possible. Next time we get out of there, but awesome. Whew. Yeah, Carmen did just go Super Saiyan in my ear. Awesome stream tonight, everybody. Awesome stream. Don't forget, we've got a fantastic week of guests next week, right? We've got Deirdre Diamond, and I'm going to continue to mess up her name, on Monday from CyberSN. We're going to have another basically recruiting type-ish stream where we're going to talk to her about her CyberSN platform, and we're going to get some recruiting advice from a cybersecurity recruiter right there. We've got Carl Wright, who's going to come in on Wednesday and talk about threat-informed defense on Wednesday. We've got Tom Kellerman coming in on Thursday from VMware Carbon Black to talk about all things threat hunting, more cybersecurity, government-related APT type stuff on Thursday. So 4 awesome streams next week as well as giveaways. Listen, I appreciate every single one of you. Here's what I'll do. We'll take a couple questions. Let me see if there's a couple questions that we can do in chat real quick. Look for some questions to see what we got here. Thank you so very much to MD for becoming a member. Thank you so very much. Let's see what we got for questions. How do people deal with social anxiety? I want to talk to people and connect with them, but I just don't know what's holding me back. Really need help on that. That's a good question, Enoch. I'd start small, right? Start with the socials, right? Come onto Twitter, come into chat, come into Discord, right? Come into Discord and hang out. Just chat with folks in Discord. Just come lurk in sub chat one night, right? You don't have to say anything. Just listen to people talk. Look at that. Kunran in chat offering it up. Chat with him in Discord, right? Somebody else. You just find a small circle of folks who aren't going to judge you. They aren't going to, give you, they're not going to give you grief. They're not going to harass you. They're not going to tell you to try harder. Look for those types of people to hang out with. Those are going to be the best people that are going to help you get over that social anxiety. But at some point in time, you've got to dip your foot into that pond to try to get over that social anxiety. Can I include Cisco Net Academy certs on my LinkedIn? Absolutely 100%, Enoch. Absolutely 100%. How do you get socials in the banner? There's probably somebody in the community that can help you with that. Use GIMP if you're on Linux. Use Canva. I know there's been a bunch of people that have used Canva. The free tier of Canva will allow you to do it as well. Hey, Neil, I'm a computer science student, and I'm willing to do cybersecurity as my final spec, and for now, I only did software engineering internship. What do you think? Awesome. That's what I think. With multiple long jobs, some short job history to keep to 2 pages, how many jobs or years back should you go? The rest should get scrapped or summarized. Fantastic question on this one. I only go back to my military experience because I think my military experience was... So again, just for reference, I went in the military when I was 24. So I had a ton of startup experience, IT startup experience from 1997 to 2003 when I went in the Air Force. I've scrapped all of that because my military experience, I think, has made up such a large portion of who I am from a cyber persona perspective that I don't feel like the stuff from before I went in the military is there, right? So I'm at like 20 years just from the start of my military experience to like right now, right? And so I think when you think about jobs, I think about highlighting the ones that make you qualified for the job that you're applying for. And so that's how I would look at, when do you scrap stuff? When do you keep stuff on? Look at the stuff that keeps you qualified for the job. Does Neil have time to do job interviews? Yeah, I'll do job interview. What I would say is, if you go look at the membership tiers, the Cyber Protege membership tier, where we have those one-on-one interactions, that's the best time for us to get like a one-on-one interaction. You can also go over to YouTube. You can see that I did do some live interviews for our intern program that we ran. We interned 3 people. I interviewed all 3 of our interns live on stream, so you can watch those interviews as well. People have asked me about doing interviews on stream. It's hard to do an interview on stream with a candidate who hasn't had time to review a job posting, and then for me to interview them cold on a job posting. It's hard to do as a stream, but I'm happy to do it one-on-one. Antonio says, how do you practice where to go and what to do after you run Nmap on a target machine? I know that after a while it becomes natural, but is there a way to speed this up? Capture the flags. And there's a comment of this on YouTube, right? ctftime.org, right? Capture the flags. Try Hack Me and Hack the Box. That's your best way to do any hands-on practice that you can find out there. Fabio Lowell says, I want to switch from program management to cyber, but I have just a couple of certifications. Any recommendation for my resume? I keep getting offer for PM jobs. You've got to try to convert the program management jobs into cyber relevant experience. Start looking for GRC roles. GRC stands for governance, risk and compliance. Start to look for risk assessment. Start to look for IT or cybersecurity audit jobs. Start to look for policy management, policy writers, policy type of jobs. Focus in on GRC or governance, risk, and compliance. That's going to be your best way to translate that program management experience into cyber as you transition in. That's your key to success right there. Look for GRC roles. We're going to go to 10:15. We're going to go 5 more minutes on questions. We'll answer questions for 5 more minutes, then we'll wrap up for the night. Notice that 39th iOS Spidey emblem in your video shot. Sneaky. I'll be heading down there for GCIA Sands Boot Camp soon, Jay. Good luck at the 39th. You're looking at somebody who had integral design efforts on the UNWT, which is now over at the Schoolhouse, as well as INWT, as well as the IQT and MQS for the former 315th Network Warfare Squadron, the 91st, 92nd, and the Air Force Weapons School down there. Love the Schoolhouse. If you see Randy Brazelton, Tell him Neil Bridges found his Title 10. If you see Skip Runyon, ask him if the NSA net in his office is still working. Tonia says, hey, Neil, first off, congratulations on having such an amazing channel and for making the difference in the industry by sharing your experience and assisting others breaking into the field. Spread the word. Let's get more eyeballs on this stream. Let's get more media partnerships. Let's get more partners so that I can give you all more stuff. But thank you so very much for the compliment. Let's get more eyeballs on this. Vane says, are there training classes for Elastic? Are there modules that give out certs? Rangeforce has a couple for Elastic. There's not much out there for Elastic, unfortunately. Is CISSP associate worth it with almost zero experience? Let me say this very clearly. Look into my eyes. No. I'm a second-year computer engineering student, but want to get into cyber. Will my degree be useless? It's mostly hardware-focused. Again, look into my eyes. Will my degree be mostly useless? Yes, 100%. Do you think I should do the Dante Pro Lab before taking the PNPT? I have no idea. I have no opinion on that. Hands-on labs don't hurt. Anytime you get a chance to take hands-on stuff, it won't hurt you at all. Never hurts to do the hands-on stuff. How do you do your best to achieve a goal? I'm down 30 pounds in 3 months. My golf game finally dropped under 100 after 9 months. I've grown my socials from 10,000 connections on LinkedIn to over 30,000. I've grown my Twitter from 236 to over 15,000. We've grown a Twitch stream to 20,000 and a YouTube to 15,000. We've done that in less than a year. You know how we've done it? Keep your eye on the prize. Be diligent. Be dedicated. Be consistent in what it is that you do. Overnight success is a myth. You have to put in the work and you have to be consistent. Listen, when you look at the folks that I post bragging stories about on my LinkedIn, on my Twitters, and on my YouTube videos, those aren't people who showed up to one stream and that was it. Those were people who showed up to every stream or to most streams, who did the advice, who got their resume roasted daily, who sat in sub chat with us. They were consistent about the effort that they put in to achieve their goal. If you want to be your best to achieve your goal, be consistent. Be focused. And you can do this. Last one. Give me a good one. Maybe this varies, Wesley says, with larger and mature companies considered. Is there commonly a favorable bias for internal transfers? For example, non-security focused IT roles, security focused roles. There will always be an internal bias for internal transfers. That's why one of my biggest pieces of advice is to go make friends with folks in your security team. Here's the reason why. This is going to sound sucky, but this is exactly the reason why there's an internal bias. They already know what your salary is. They already know what the salary is, and that gives them the negotiating power to transfer you over into security. Give you an example. There was a Fortune 100 company that I worked at. I had a manager role open, which was considered a grade 18. There was a grade 12 that I thought was more than qualified. I, as the hiring manager, thought was more than qualified for that grade 18 role. HR tried to tell me that it was against company policy to hire somebody from a grade 12 to a grade 18. Stupid policies like that incentivize you to hire the grade 12 into a grade 13 so that they can get away with a cheaper salary. Now, it's a system. Hack the system, Wesley. Work the system. But there is always incentive to hire internally because it's cheaper to hire your backfill than it is to hire for the position that they have open. Fantastic question. Great question. Listen, if you like these questions, tune in Monday night. Tune in Monday night because we're going to have a recruiter on stream who will be able to answer questions for us that are specifically what she sees in the recruiting industry every single day, every single solitary day. That'll do it for tonight. Make sure you hit that exclamation Discord. Make sure you're in our Discord channel. Make sure you hit exclamation point socials. Listen, if you enjoyed this, I want to thank all of our new members who upgraded to the basic mentorship. Tom Schneider upgraded from his membership to basic mentorship. Tom, you now have access to an exclusive channel on Discord. Drop your resume, drop your LinkedIn in there, and you will get a personalized. You'll get one of these, but it'll be dedicated to you. Here's a personalized hint. If you drop your resume in Word, I'll actually edit your resume, and you can see me do live edits in Word on your resume on stream. That is a benefit you get for being in that basic mentorship approach. If you're interested in the one-on-ones, that's what the Cyber Protege is there for. Thank you to all of our members who signed on. Thank you to our super chats, Dev Nolzen, Cybersec Mom Caves, Oscar Garcia. Thank you so much for the super chats. Don't forget, we got an action-packed set of streams next week, and I look forward to seeing everybody there on our streams next week. And listen, whether you're on the red side, whether you're on the blue side, whether you're still deciding, keep learning, and I'll see y'all next week.